Today, Friday, April 10th, 2015, and thank you so much for the people who have subscribed to my channel, and thank you so much for the people who are watching this video. I want to welcome all of you to my page, and it's been such a long time since I actually sat down and recorded a video for you. I came back from vacation on Monday. We are today Friday, and I have a little cold, so excuse me if I sound a little bit stuffy, or I think I'm not gonna cough, but just in case, you know, I sound stuffy and I cough, forgive me, I do have a cold. So today I wanted to talk about my haircut, and I also wanted to talk about the products that I'm using, you know, for short hairstyles. I wanted to talk about it because, of course, there are so many people who are asking me about it, and I don't know, maybe whatever I have to share is going to help someone who wants to try this short haircut. You know, it's going to tell them, go ahead, go for it. So the first thing that I want to say is that it was not something that I had planned. It was not something that I wanted to do. Well, I wanted to do it, but not now. If you follow me on my beauty page, Versatile Hairstyle, I was saying how I really wanted my hair to grow, and I was aiming to have a very, very funky mohawk for the summertime and rock it like that. But unfortunately, you know, I've told you already that I'm very unpredictable with certain things in my life. And also, I also told you that, you know, I can't do the same thing over and over and over again. So let me just hurry up and tell you the tea about how I ended up getting my hair to a faded haircut, which I'll try to insert a picture right now so you see how my hair was cut. Okay, so what happened was that I was really going into a very frustration mode. I told you that before. The month of March hit me with full force. A lot of things were coming down with the youth agency. Different partnership that was, you know, that I had started were coming through, and they were asking us a lot of things. Meanwhile, you know, my job in Haiti also, I was, you know, keeping the student tight and everything. But what ended up happening was that, remember I told you that in December I purchased a phone in Haiti. And when I purchased the phone, it was a $50 phone. The mark is blue. I bought it at this company called Digicel in Haiti. And at the time, I knew that I wasn't buying like a super great phone, but I felt like it was going to help me keep me by until I purchased all of my electronic gears, which I was planning to do in the summertime once I traveled. And you know, the vendor, the person who sold it to me, told me that I purchased it also at a store. So they were like, you know what, it's good and everything. So I was like, okay. So I purchased the phone. The phone was working pretty well. It was a flat screen touch phone, so I was able to download a few apps in it. Not many. I had downloaded Facebook, Skype, a couple of apps. You know, nothing major. The only app that I downloaded that for me was extra was jazz radio, because I love to listen to jazz music. And so the app was working fine until in March. All of a sudden, I realized that the touch were a little bit slow. I realized that it took some time for them to come through. You know how when you tap things and it just comes through, but it was taking time. So I was like, I didn't pay any mind to that. And then very precisely on March 14, I had an appointment at the barbershop. I was gonna go to fade my side and do a cleanup as I usually do. And I was cleaning my, my room as in my desk. And then I started to clean. I finished cleaning up. I sent my barber a message letting him know that I was going to be on the way. And then I took my shower. I got ready. And then I took my phone, because sometimes, you know, my barber has many clients, or sometimes he steps out with the DMs. I just want to call him to make sure that I'm coming through like he's going to be there. And when I went to get the phone and I, you know, opened the phone would not turn on. The phone was dead. I was like, what's going on? So I put it on the charger. I knew full well that the battery was charged. The phone would not turn on. I was panicking because I was like, what's going on with this phone? So there was this young girl who, you know, she lives with us. So I was like, did you go into the phone? Did you touch my phone? What happened? She was like, no, you know, no, I didn't touch your phone. I was already late. It was 2:30 p.m. So I was like, you know what? I don't have the time to argue with her and figure out if she actually went to the phone and did something on the phone, if she dropped the phone. So I said, when I come back, I'll just deal with that. And I headed to the barbershop. Now, on my way to the barbershop, it was very windy. I've told you that it had been windy. It was windy. And I've also told you that it was very, it's dusty in Port-au-Prince. So there's this back road that I usually take. I took this back road. And then I had to go somewhere, so the driver pulled over and I was crossing the street. Mind you, I remember particularly that day I had a halter top on me and my hair was out, and you know, and as I was crossing the street, but they were doing reparation on the street, so there was a couple of trucks parked not so far from there. And as I was crossing the street, this wind just blew. And as it blew all the dust, and I felt like everything just came straight onto me. That's how I felt. I felt like everything just came straight onto me. I felt completely dirty. Like, that's how I felt. Like my face was covered with dust, my hair. And I was so upset. You know, I was already going through the aggravation of the phone. And a couple of weeks before, I was just like going through my own mood. And then this came, it was just like, I was so upset and angry that I just, you know how you stay in the middle of the road and you just, you know, these movies and you want to scream. Like, it was to the point where I was like, I wanted to cry. Like, I felt, I was so upset and angry that I wanted to cry. And I was angry and I said to myself, I'm gonna fucking leave Haiti. I'm tired of this shit. I'm not even going to stay. Like, I'm not completing no goddamn contract. I'm leaving. That's to the point that I was angry. And when I got dropped off in front of the barbershop, I walked in. Now, when I walked in, you know, in the barber, there's mirrors all over. So I had a time to glimpse at myself and I look decent. But me, I felt dirty because I knew that the wind had blown and all the dust came. I just felt dirty. And I sat down. My barber was working with someone. He had a mirror behind him. There were mirrors here, a mirror in my back. So I turned around. I took a look at myself on the right, on the mirror. And I said to myself, fuck it. I'm going to cut all of my hair out. I'm just going to cut everything out. Mind you, the other thing that I felt like, although I love the mohawk, I felt like I didn't rock it to the extent that I wanted to, because my hair was not out every day. When I actually had to go to the work, I tied my hair in with my scarves. And the reason that I do that is because it's too dusty in Haiti. I cannot go out in these streets and with my hair out and come back and not wash my hair. It cringed me. It cringed my body. I cannot do it. I cannot step out, do something in the city and come back. Because you also have to know that for the majority of the time I ride the motorcycle. So it's not like I'm inside a car where my hair is covered up. Even when I used to like ride the car, if all of the windows is not coming up, you still get the dust. So for me, I feel very dirty if I'm not washing my hair constantly when my hair is out. So for that purpose, I was tying my hair for the most part to get to work. And I knew that the weather was gonna warm up, which it is getting hotter in Haiti. And I was like, there's no way that I'm gonna keep tying my hair with my scarf all the time. I'm getting tired of that look, you know, so that also was happening. So, okay, so I'm sitting at the barber. So finally when I sat on the chair of my barber, and you know, he's prepping me, and he always says before we start, what are we doing today? So he said, what are we doing today? And I said to him, I think that I'm gonna cut off my hair. That's what I said to him. And he said the side of my hair had grown because I usually fade it, but within a week it just grows, and it had grown. So he said, are we doing everything to that length, the length of my side? I said, yeah, I think I'm going for it. Next thing I know, he took the he took, how do you call this thing again, the thing that they shave the hair off. He took it, and then I was the clippers, and then I was like and then he was like, okay. So I was like, huh. When he said that, I was so shocked because I was expecting him to say things like, no, like, are you sure of it? Like, do you want to do it? That's what I was expecting him to say. But he was like, okay. So when he said that, I turned around so fast. I was like, what are you saying? Because it's not something that I had planned. So when he said that, I was like, whoa. And then he was like, yeah, you don't want to do it? I was like, you're not going to say no? He was like, no. And then he turned my head around. He was like, you have a pretty good head, a pretty good shape of head. So I think we can pull it. I mean, it's not like you've shaved half your head off already. So what's new? But I also have to tell you that it's not my first time that I shave off my hair. When I was coming to Haiti, my hair was shaved, like faded the same way. So I don't even know why I felt a little scared to do it. But you always feel scared because, it's a new look. You don't know how you're going to look. So I was like, I said, are you sure about that? He said, yeah, I think it's going to be a good look. I think it's going to be nice. And I was like, okay. So I said to him, I'm going to close my eyes. He said, okay. And then, he proceeded to do it. When he got halfway through my hair, he said, oh my God, I didn't think you had so much hair. My heart, guys, my heart just sank when he said that. Because I know how much my hair had grown and how much it was big. When he said that, oh my God, I didn't know, it just sank, and I was like, oh my freaking God, what have I done to myself? So finally he did it, and they called him to move his car because I guess, he had parked somewhere. So he had to leave me for a few seconds to go move his car. So I quickly kind of opened my eyes like that, and when I saw my reflection, I was like, oh my God, what did I do? I'm not even gonna lie, it was like, Jesus Christ, what have I done? And there were a couple of guys, the barbers were there, and everybody was staring at me, but I didn't show it. So when he walked back in and I closed my eyes, he said, you don't have to close your eyes. I saw that you were looking at it. He said, you can't open your eyes. So he finished it. Once he finished it, he gave me the cleanup. He shaped it, At the moment, I was very afraid. I'm not even gonna say anything. But the barbers were really kind of I don't know, they loved it. They were like, we love this one. I don't know if they were saying it to give me, I have no idea. The barbers were like, yeah, we like it. We like it better than the Mohawk. But my barber, he took the initiative, because he was so confident. I've been working with him for 2 years and some months now. He took the initiative to do it. So he was like, once he was done, he was like, you look good. It does goes with you. Don't worry about it. And then it's not like I had a choice. So I was like, so I just walked out. As I was walking in the area, because usually after I get my cut, I go get my nails done. So I was like, Jesus Christ, do people think I'm crazy? There's certain things that was going through my mind. And once I walked into the shop, the ladies, everybody was like, oh my God, what happened? But for some odd reason, or not for odd reason, people ended up, a faded haircut has always been, I'm not even going to lie, one of my best cuts. When I first shaved my hair, it was my best cut. I remember coming down to Haiti and being at the airport. There was this military guy. I was drawing so many attention on me with that cut. And it just goes with me to the point where I don't even know if I'm really gonna let my hair grow. I'm not even going to front with that. So that's what happened. And once I got home, and I said, oh my God, my parents are really gonna have a fit. They're gonna think I lost it. My mother liked it. I was so strange. She was like, I love it. She was like, it's nice. She was like, just let it grow now. It's really nice. So I don't know. But the good thing, when I did my cut, I was not thinking about my job. I was not thinking about the school where I work. I was just having a fit day, like a bad day, and it was that time I was like, I have to do, you know how you need to do something to calm your nerve? I needed to do something to calm my nerve. I was so aggravated, so that really helped me to just go ahead and cut it all off. But I wasn't thinking about my students. So on that Sunday, when I was walking in, when Sunday came, I said, oh my God, it's going to be very interesting to see the reaction of the students. So I walked in at 8, right when they rang the bell and they were lining up to get into class. Let me tell you something. I think the school was shut down. The students were so shocked. They screamed seeing my hair. They used to see the mohawk because whenever there's like extra activities, I may let my hair down, and sometimes they see me on the street with my hair. So it was very interesting to see their various reactions. I had a reaction. First of all, I have to say that the guys, the older guys, like my 11th grader, the couple of the guys on the 10th grade, couple of the guys on the 9th grade liked it. You know, they liked it. Of course, my 10th graders girl were like, we don't know, like, you know, my 8th graders, it was a variety. Some of my 8th graders were really upset. I have one of my girls in the 10th grade, she was so upset that I felt like we needed to boil some tea for her. But I never realized the impact that I would have having this cut. Because you have to understand that I work more in the high school than everything. And you know, they are young girls with insecurities themselves. There are various shades of colors, and some of them have hair down their back, while some of them have very, very short hair. So for me, it's just afterward that I realized the impact that I was having rocking a bald, almost a faded haircut at the school. It showed them, like some of my 11th graders loved it. You know, the 11th graders, I don't teach them, but they loved it. You know, they were like, oh my God. But I also rock it. You know, I showed them because I rocked the cut. Like, you know, I was wearing a lot of studs. You know, my hair was, my nails was done. My, you know, my makeup was on point. So for me, even with the young man, and a society in Haiti, especially in Haiti when they glorify light skin with the long hair, it was, I feel like for them, it's refreshing to see another kind of beauty in someone who is rocking it. I'm not your average skinny girl. I'm a big girl. You know, I rock anything that I do, whether it's the headband that I'm doing. And they always say that, like they say, oh madam, you are so different. And you know, for me, it's just like, wow, look at the impact that just by being myself and by being confident in the woman that I am, look at that impact that I'm having. So right now, this is my hair. And this is almost going into a 1 month. March 14 will make it 1 month since I've cut my hair, and you can see the growth. I am going to cut this video, and I'm going to be talking about how I maintain, you know, what's gonna be next for it, what are the products that I'm now using and things of the sort. All right, so thank you for watching this video, and if you're watching this video and you wanna do and cut your hair, by all means, cut your hair. See you soon.